Hello children, how are you? Are you feeling well? I hope you are feeling well. You are very close to the SSC public examinations. I think that is we have very short interval of time. Hardly you have only 12 days more. Okay? So to overcome your tension, the district authorities, that is our DO sir and the collector madam, has taken an initiative step to give an awareness program for forthcoming SSC public examinations, which will be held from March 18th. So to minimize the tension from the minds of children, here in the field of physical science subject, with the support of FPST forum, here we have a video on slow learners, that is, I hope that it may give a booster to you. This is N. Bhujan Chandar, School Assistant, Physical Science, Jilla Parishad High School, Utur, Manakondur Mandal. This paper, we have the question paper model, that is, we have part A and part B. Part A of 30 marks, the time duration is 1 hour 15 minutes. Now you just listen the instructions or follow the instructions. Read the question paper and understand every question thoroughly and write answers in a given 1 hour 15 minutes time. Here the first section consists of 3 questions. They are very short answer questions. Each question carries 2 marks. Write answer to each question in 3 to 4 sentences. Now coming to second section. This section consists of 3 short answer questions. Each question carries 4 marks. Write answers to each question in 5 to 6 sentences. Now the last section in part A is third section. We have 3 essay type answer questions. Each question carries 6 marks. But we have a choice in this section. Answer any 2 questions in this section. Write answers to each question in 8 to 10 sentences. Dear children, coming to part B, we have 10 marks. The time duration is 15 minutes. Now follow the instructions. Answer all the questions. Each question carries 1 mark. In this section, there are 4 options: A, B, C, D. To each question, choose the appropriate answer and write the answer in the brackets given against the question. Part B must be attached to the answer booklet of Part A. Dear students, explanation of blueprint. We have 6 academic standards. Number 1, academic standard 1. This is conceptual understanding. In this, weightage percent 40, marks 18, 2 marks questions nil, 4 mark questions 1, essay type questions 1, multiple choice questions 8, total marks 18. Academic standard 2, asking questions and making hypothesis. Weightage percentage 5, marks 2, 2 mark questions 1, short answer questions 4 mark questions nil, essay type question nil, multiple choice question nil, total marks 2. Academic standard 3, AS3, experimentation and field investigation. Weightage percentage 18, marks 9, 2 mark questions 1, short answer questions 4 marks question nil, essay type question 6 marks question 1, multiple choice question 1, total marks 9. Academic standard 4, AS4, information skills and projects. Weightage percentage 8, Marks 4, 2 mark questions nil, 4 mark questions 1, 6 mark questions nil, multiple choice question nil, total marks 4. Academic Standard 5, AS5, Communication through Drawing, Model Making, Weightage percentage 15%, Marks 7, 2 mark questions nil, 4 mark questions nil, 6 mark questions 1, multiple choice question 1, total marks 7. Academic Standard 6, AS6, Appreciation, Concern to Biodiversity, Application to Daily Life, Weightage percentage 10, 14%, Marks 06, Very short answer questions 1, short answer questions 1, essay type questions nil, multiple choice questions nil, total marks 6. Now see the grand total. Weightage percentage 100%, marks 40 marks, very short answer questions 3, short answer questions 3, essay type questions 3, multiple choice questions 10, total 40 marks, 6 mark question choice. Question number 1 and 6 belongs to Academic Standard AS6. Questions asked in the form of application in daily life or uses. Question number 2, Academic Standard 2. No other questions comes in Academic Standard 2. Questions asked in the mode of hypothesis. For example, what happens if rusting of metals does not paint? A ray diagram will be given to you, and complete the ray diagram and write its characteristic properties. If the spherical mirrors were not known to human beings, guess the consequences. Can a virtual image be photographed by a camera? Question number 3 and 9 comes under Academic Standard AS3. Make the students to put heading for Academic Standard 3 questions. Aim of the experiment, material required, procedure, observation, result, precautions. In the aim, student may be guided to write question itself by slight modification. Make the students to observe and write the material required, precautions from suggestive experiments. Make simple points about 3 to 6 points for procedure, observation, result to make convenient to students to learn and write easily. Dear children, better to read lab activities perfectly, then it may help to the question number 8, which helps to draw figures or diagrams too. Question number 4 belongs to Academic Standard AS4. No other questions comes in Academic Standard AS4. Question asked on information skills. The question asked in the following manner. Using the data, the given questions will be answered. Dear children, question number 5 and 7 comes under Academic Standard AS1, that is conceptual understanding. For example, write the differences between real image and virtual image. Write the differences between convex mirror and concave mirror. Write the uses of convex mirror and concave mirror. Question number 8 comes under Academic Standard AS5. No other questions comes in Academic Standard AS5. Dear children, you are easy to score marks in this Academic Standard 5, that is diagrams or figures. If you practice diagrams or figures, you will get more marks, and it may help in Academic Standard 3 also. Children, try to practice ray diagrams of concave mirror or convex lens and draw the structure of human eye, draw the ray diagram of myopia defect and hypermetropia defect, etc. Dear children, for part B, you have 10 questions. Each question carries 1 mark. So you better to go through the points given in what we have learnt given at end of each chapter along with textbook multiple choice questions. You will score good marks. Dear children, the pattern of the part B questions. Under part B, the multiple choice questions must be given with a different pattern, such as identifying the correct sentence, correct pair, odd one, match the following, arranging in sequential order, flow charts, missing label, etc. An important note to the children: for part B questions, while answering, marks will not be awarded for overwriting, corrected, and erased answers. You try to take care while answering the question. In our 10th class, total we have 12 chapters. Here, the physics chapters we have 1, 4, 5. Here, 1, 4, 5 chapters comes under light. That is, first one is reflection of light at curved surfaces, and the fourth chapter is here refraction of light at curved surfaces, and the fifth one is human eye at colorful body. And these three are comes under light chapters. 9, 10 are comes under electricity. Here the 9th chapter is electric current and the 10th chapter is electromagnetism. Now rest of the chapters, that is 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, they comes under chemistry. Okay, you know that the second chapter is a very easy chapter, that is chemical equations. The third chapter is acids and bases. The sixth chapter is structure of atom, and the seventh chapter is classification of elements and modern periodic table, and 8th chapter is chemical bond. 11th chapter is principles of metallurgy, and the 12th chapter is carbonate compounds. Okay. Now, first of all, you go through the main picture, ray diagrams. Here, you look at the picture on the board. This is the ray diagram of concave mirror. In this, you have a principal axis. The horizontal line is called as the principal axis. On the principal axis, you have pole, focus, and center of curvature. Here, the below one is the ray diagram of convex mirror. Okay, so here also you have PFC, that is P for pole, F for focus, and C for center of curvature. If you know these two main ray diagrams, and you can easily draw the ray diagrams of concave mirror. See, observe the first ray diagram. We have some rules. In the first ray diagram of concave mirror, the light ray, incident light ray, which is parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis, and this is the incident ray. When it touches the concave mirror and it passes through the focus of the concave mirror. So here, this is the first rule, and you coming to the second rule. Here, the incident light ray, it makes an angle with the principal axis, and after reflection, here it is parallel to the principal axis. Okay, this is the second rule. You see here, the incident light ray which passes through the center of curvature, after reflection, it mounts back in the same line. Okay, so the ray which travels in the same path. Okay, so there is no deviation. If you follow these three rules, you can construct the ray diagrams very easily. Okay, now look at the ray diagrams. See the chart. Here, the position of the object, position of image, characteristics of image, ray diagram. See here. Now, if you follow this chart, now you come to an idea how to draw the ray diagram when the position of the object is at infinity and where the image will be formed and what is the size of the image. So you go through the table, then after having the ray diagrams, if you prepare this table, then definitely it will help to you. Now see here, the position of the object or what is the candle and the position of the image, whether it is enlarged image or diminished image or inverted or erected, it is a real image or virtual image. If you follow the three rules and the ray diagrams and the table, then here you will get good marks in the. Dear children, to score good marks in our physical science subject, you better to follow my tips. You are very much interested in figures and diagrams, so you better to practice diagrams and figures. In chapter 1, you better to practice the ray diagrams and you follow the rules of ray diagrams. Diagrams of concave mirror, ray diagrams of convex mirror 2. The ray diagrams of convex lens also you have to practice it. In chapter 5, you better to practice the structure of human eye figure, the ray diagram of myopia, the ray diagram of presbyopia, the ray diagram of hypermetropia 2. Coming to chapter 9, electric current, you practice simple electric circuit and graphs on ohmic conductors and non-ohmic conductors. Coming to chapter electromagnetism, dear children, you have to practice magnetic field lines, figure on current out of the page, current into the page. Now coming to the chemistry chapters, diagrams and figures, diagram on electromagnetic wave, the filling order of atomic orbitals, that is Moeller diagram, and practice the shape of the orbitals S, P, D and F orbitals, Lewis structure of atoms of noble gases figures, and draw the structure showing the formation of ammonia, water molecule, structure of methane, and the diagram of the reverberatory furnace. While practicing the diagrams and figures, you better to label the parts itself and you better to write their parts. Then this will comes under academic standard 5. Now definitely it will comes in the essay type question, that is of 6 marks question. The second important academic standard is academic standard 3. In this academic standard 3, dear children, you just concentrate here. You have 2 mark question 1 and 6 marks question 1, total of 9 marks. If you practice or you better to read the lab activities, what the lab activities as I have given, you better to follow. Additionally, you have to add some more. Here, the main important point is you better to write, just you modify the question for aim, then you will get 1 mark. And you have to write the materials itself. Then you have to write the procedure too. And after that, precautions, and at the end, conclusion. While reading the lab activity, you better to observe the figure or ray diagrams or whatever the pictures and their parts that may help to academic standard 5. Okay? Now I am going to give some lab activities and their pictures. In first chapter, you have the lab activity observing the types of images and measuring the object distance and image distance from the mirror. Here you follow the figure and observe the figure and label the parts itself. Here you have a concave mirror on the V stand, and you have an object like a burning candle. Between them you have a screen. On the screen the image is inverted image. While reading the lab activity and observing the figures, here one advantage is there. For example, on the screen, the object flame is inverted. It means in front here you have a concave mirror. So the concave mirror always gives inverted image. And one more lab activity you have to practice it. Formation of hydrogen gas by the action of dilute HCl on zinc and testing of H2 gas. This comes under chapter 2. Reaction of acids on bases with metals. You are better to concentrate on this lab activity also. Reaction of acids with carbonates, that is sodium carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonates. The one more important lab activity you better to expect in your examination, that is acid solution in water conducts electricity. And one more thing that you should remember, it is very important. Activity 9 in page number 42 of our textbook. What do you observe when water is mixed with acid or base? And here a warning sign is there, that is warning sign displayed on containers containing concentrated acids and bases. This is also an important figure for AS5 and also for AS3. Practice the activity removing water of crystallization. It is also an important activity. You better to read the activity and identify the materials and observe the figure, and the parts also very important. So children, you better to practice the lab activities and read the matter and observe the figures and parts, and it may help to a long question academic standard 5. Here ultimately you will get a total of 12 marks. Coming to the academic standard 6. In this section, here you have one 2-mark question and one 4-mark question. Total in this academic standard we have 6 marks. Dear children, here the academic standard 6 means application in daily life or uses. If we can modify this academic standard 6 answers, then you can place the same answers for academic standard 2. So total you will score 6 marks plus 2 marks, total 8 marks. Once you practice academic standard 6 answers, so they are similar to that of the academic standard 2. For that, in this area you will get total of 8 marks. Here you have some question and answers about of this academic standard 6. The very first one is mention the uses of convex mirror. The second one is the uses of concave mirror. The third one is write the uses of lenses in daily life. Here I will give an example of convex mirror uses. You know that convex mirrors are used as rear view mirrors in vehicles. Here, while using convex mirror, we will get erected, diminished, virtual image. Now coming to the use of concave mirror, you are familiar with this concave mirrors. Here concave mirrors used as reflectors in car headlights and vehicles headlight. Here they are used as solar cookers and torchlights also. And the most one important one is the ENT doctors, they use concave mirrors to observe the damaged teeth. Like the way the uses of lenses in a daily life, here we have the use of lens, that is concave lens is used to correct the myopia defect, that is short sightedness. And one more use, that is convex lens used to correct the hypermetropia defect, that is long sightedness. Both lenses are used in the case of presbyopia. Now children, you better to practice some more questions also. That is, in chemistry part, application of balanced chemical equation. It is very easy. And state the application of pH value. And one more thing is, they are very familiar to you in our daily life. Definitely we will use all these products or the chemicals. That is the uses of bleaching powder. We are familiar with this bleaching powder. To disinfectant drinking water, to make it free of germs, that we will use bleaching powder. And in a textile industry also we will use bleaching powder. And it is also used as oxidizing agent in chemical industries. And this is also used in the preparation of chloroform. Dear students, here it is one more interesting thing. In our daily life that we will use to prepare like a cakes and some foods. Here the baking soda, it is very useful for the purpose of making bread to get smooth and spongy, and this is used as antacid and mild antiseptic also, and it is used as fire extinguisher too. Dear children, here in our daily life we will use washing soda, just like Triplex Surf and Surf Excel, Nirma Surf, like that. They are all comes under washing soda. Here in glass industry, soap industry, paper industry, we will use this washing soda. And for the preparation of borax powder, washing soda is used. And it is also used as a cleaning agent for domestic purpose. And it removes permanent hardness of water. These are some uses of washing soda. And one more interesting use of plaster of Paris. Here the idols, just like I will give a simple example. The Ganpati idol or the Kali Mata idol are in making of toys, and it is also used as wall surfaces smooth and for the purpose of supporting fractured bones. If we get any fracture, definitely we'll approach to doctor. The doctors used plaster of Paris for supporting fractured bones. Dear children, you know that the use of fuse in our household electric circuits. The main use of fuse in our electric circuits is it prevents damage due to overloading. The current in the fuse exceeds 20 amperes, the wire will heat up and melt, prevents the flow of current. Electric devices are saved from the damage. You know that The application of electric motor. Conceptual understanding. You better to practice the differences given in this video. That is the difference between concave mirror and convex mirror. The difference between real image and virtual image. Next, practice the differences between acids and bases. I'll give a simple technique to you to find here when methyl orange is added to base. Here the methyl orange becomes yellow. That is, my banana is yellow. My means methyl orange. Banana means base like sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, or calcium hydroxide. If we add methyl orange to these bases, definitely the color becomes yellow. So, it is a very simple technique when the methyl orange is added to bases like the given examples. The color of the solution is yellow. One more tip to you. My apple is red. Are you able to listen, dear children? My apple is red. My means methyl orange. The color of the methyl orange is orange itself. And here, apples means acid, whether it is hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid or nitric acid or acetic acid, whatever the acid is, it is to be. When we add methyl orange to the acids in the given example, the color of the acids turns into red. Here, this is very, very useful. Okay? And these two are examples of methyl orange indicator. And I will give one more tip to you. When we add a phenolphthalein indicator, phenolphthalein indicator is odorless, that is smellless and colorless. It looks like water. Okay? If we add this phenolphthalein to any base, okay, here the color of the base becomes pink. Do you like pink color? What is the color of rose? Definitely, it is pink in color. Phenolphthalein starts with P and P for pink. When phenolphthalein is added to bases, the color of the solution become pink. Dear children, now you have to read the differences between myopia and hypermetropia. Here, you know that the myopia means nearsightedness. Hypermetropia means farsightedness. Practice the differences between orbit and orbital. Write the differences between ohmic and non-ohmic conductors. And also the differences between electric motor and generator. Here we come to the differences of electric motor and generator. Here electric motor converts electric energy to mechanical energy. Here, to run any electrical appliances in our house, if we switch on, then the fan will run, the motor will run. That is called as mechanical energy. Okay? Now, generator. Here, in generator, it converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. Now, here electric motor follows Fleming left-hand rule. In generator, here the principle it follows Fleming's right hand rule. The important one is write and practice the differences between diamond and graphite. Okay? The diamond is in the shape of tetrahedral structure and graphite is in diagonal planar structure. Now diamond has sp3 hybridization. Graphite hybridization is sp2. The bond angle in diamond is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Bond angle in graphite on carbon is 120 degrees. Diamond is hardest substance. Graphite is soft substance. Diamond bad conductor of electricity. Graphite is good conductor of electricity. Now this is about of academic standard AS1. In this, dear children, you will have 18 marks. That is, one 4-mark question, one 6-mark question and 8 multiple choice questions. Total of 18 marks. The last academic standard is academic standard 4. Here, this is also known as information skill. In this, sub questions are given only for academic standard 4 question only. Sub questions should not be given in the question paper except for this AS4 question. Here, the AS4 question consists of 4 marks. That is, it comes under short answer question. The model of the question is in the form of data or in the form of tables. If you go through the tables that are given in this video, you better to read the tables and answer the questions given below the table in the coming examination. You will score very easily 4 marks in this short answer question. Here the data will be given in the table only, and according to the given data the questions will be asked. You are very easy to answer these questions and you will get 4 marks. Here you have the pattern is like the sub questions A, B, C, D. Now you practice these tables from your textbooks. The number 1 table as I have given to you. Characteristics of the image formed by a concave mirror. Characteristics of the image formed due to convex lens. Table on the subshells and shells and the number of orbitals in the subshell. Follow the table properties of ionic and covalent compounds. One more thing, the table it is on resistivity of various materials. And the last one is the table on ore and its formula, and its table also gives the information on metals and their ores. So you better to concentrate on these tables and you can easily answer for the questions given under this tabular form. Okay? So, on behalf of FPST Forum Karimnagar, we thank Collector Madam, DO Sir to share the platform to address the needs of the children.